Well, I did it again. I quit coffee for the 150th time in my adult life. This time, however, was a lot easier than all other times in the past, and I think carnivore diet has a lot to do with it. Welcome back to my channel. I am Sylvia. I'm a carnivore diet coach and a big city mom. Since I've been on and off coffee for so many years, I know it very well. I do a lot better without coffee than drinking coffee. But sometimes there are some external stressful factors that make me go back to it. And this is what happened most recently as well. So I was about a year and a half without drinking coffee. And then my second son was born. And when I came back to work, my postpartum depression onset. I wasn't able to sleep very well. The job was very stressful. The personal life was very stressful. I started drinking coffee just to survive, just to get by from one day to the next, and the coffee helped. That said, I never really started drinking full blown, like 2-3 cups a day. I was drinking a flat teaspoon of coffee in about 12 ounces of water first thing in the morning, and that was it. That was it for the day, because I am very sensitive to caffeine. So if I had another coffee later in the day, guaranteed I will not be sleeping. So let me tell you about all the changes that have happened since I quit coffee. It is now 5 weeks. Even though quitting of coffee was a lot easier this time, it still wasn't a walk in the park. I started on the weekend, so Saturday and Sunday, I had to take a midday nap. On Sunday, I was sleeping for 2 hours. It was the most amazing nap ever. When I woke up, I felt like $1,000,000. Now, Monday and Tuesday, because I had to go back to work, was really difficult because I couldn't get anything done. I had no motivation, no concentration, no focus. I just wanted to nap, 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 nap. Wednesday, things started improving, and it was a lot better with every other day. And then 2 weeks later, I just felt like I am free from it completely. But the first 5 days was when I felt the most of the impact of coffee withdrawal symptoms. The first thing that improved right away is the quality of sleep. I know what you are thinking. I know adenosine is the abundance of it, and now that I'm not drinking coffee, I'll be just sleeping. But the quality of sleep improved right away, and it is lasting. So no more in the middle of the night wake ups, no tossing and turning, not having difficulties to going back to sleep. And that was my issue. Now, one other thing I want to mention is that I noticed this with me, that when I'm in ketosis and drinking coffee, then the sleep is getting a lot more difficult. And as soon as I quit coffee, despite being in ketosis, which many people will say that prevents them from sleeping, my sleep went back to normal, went back to being perfect. So if you're one of these people that are on a carnivore diet and want to reap benefits of ketosis, but you can't sleep, and so you're thinking, I can't sleep, therefore I can't be in ketosis, maybe try quitting coffee and then see if your sleep improves, even though you are still in ketosis. The second and probably the most amazing change that I'm noticing is the behavior of my nervous system. My nervous system just stopped being riled up. It is just calm and even keeled with a slightly happy mood that is consistent. No ups and downs, no anxiety, no nervousness, not getting riled up over silly things. It is a lot better this way. I feel like my body has a lot better response to all kind of external stressors. And that too brings me to another point, that oftentimes people that suffer from anxiety and not being able to sleep, they go to the doctor, and the first thing the doctor does is to prescribe them medication to medicate it. But the very first question should be, are you drinking coffee and lots of it? And if you are prone to anxiety and have problems with sleep, the very first thing you should do is cut out coffee. You might be that phenotype that just doesn't do well with coffee, and you just have to come to terms with it. And for the sake of your overall health and better sleep, you should just stop drinking coffee. Let me say this again. I am so impressed, and I still can't believe how much my personality changed just because I quit coffee and how it impacted my nervous system. I really love it. I really love this calm, cool, and collected new me that I'm experiencing. And it was just a teaspoon of coffee in the morning, and it had such a profound impact on me. And I didn't notice that in all other times that I quit coffee. The combinations of having high quality proteins with saturated fats, less all plant matter that did this to me. And number three, change that took place after I stopped drinking coffee is that I do a lot fewer trips to the bathroom, both for number one and number two. In fact, in the first week, my bowels just took a break, as of though the stimulation from caffeine to make the muscles contract went away and my bowels got confused. But I wasn't worried because I've been through this before when I went on a carnivore diet. When you make such an impactful change on your digestion, the bowels are just kind of confused and then they figure it out and it all comes back to normal, which it did on day 8 after I quit coffee. And my bladder, again, it seems like the nervous system is just not stimulating my bladder to go to the bathroom this frequently, and I hold on to water a lot better, which probably is nothing unusual that I'm saying because it is well accepted that coffee is a diuretic. And number 4, amazing benefits of quitting coffee is that my flexibility improved. About 10 days into quitting coffee, I'm doing yoga, nothing sophisticated, just few Ashtanga yoga poses that I'm doing in the morning. And I noticed that my flexibility improved and my stretches became a lot more meaningful and deeper. And I've heard it many times anecdotally from people that do yoga that once they stop drinking caffeine, their flexibility and ability to stretch improved significantly, but I never really gave any serious thought to it until I started experiencing it myself. And so I have to say that my flexibility in my yoga poses have improved significantly after I quit coffee. In fact, I enjoy doing yoga now a lot more than before. And number 5, amazing benefit of quitting coffee is my mood is even, sustained, and without going into extremes like overly happy or overly unhappy. And irritability is simply gone. And that's how I really like it. For those of you that are into astrology, I am a Libra with ascendant in Libra. So feeling balanced and without extremes is very important for me. And that's how I perceive my sense of health and well-being. So here I am. That said, there are a couple downsides of quitting coffee. The biggest one for me is this impulse of getting things done first thing in the morning being gone. That's gone and it never came back. So I would go to the office, drink my coffee, put together my to-do list and get excited about getting it started, getting it done. It got instead replaced with this quiet focus of getting done what needs to be done without being distracted. Oh, I should mention that too, that when I stopped drinking coffee, my distraction levels just went away. I am a lot more focused, though less excited. And another downside of quitting coffee is that social aspect of not being able to get together for a coffee in the afternoon. My friends, colleagues, clients will frequently say, hey, let's get together for a quick one-to-one for coffee. Can't do it. And now the question gets to be, will I go back to drinking coffee at some point and get addicted to it again? Well, if you look at my track record, the answer is yes. But there is a new variable, and that is my sense of well-being. And I think that years of doing carnivore diet, being in ketosis, and just reversing so many chronic diseases and nutritional deficiencies I had will probably increase my likelihood with sticking to the program. I have to say, I really feel so well and so in tune with my body that I want to keep it going. When I first went on the carnivore diet, I did it by virtue of quitting coffee first and going on the carnivore diet. This time, I cleaned up my carnivore-ish diet, went into ketosis, and then quit coffee. And this experience was a lot better than doing it the other way around. So if you had hard times with carnivore diet transitioning and giving up of coffee, or you are deciding if you should drink coffee on carnivore diet, should you quit it? I would say if you have chronic disease, you will notice accelerated healing if you quit coffee. But if you have really hard time with it, get on the carnivore diet first, stick with it for about 3 months, and then just assess how you feel. And if you need to quit coffee at the time, do it, and it should be a lot easier if you just jumped into it. Carnivore diet plus stop drinking coffee all at one time. All right, so this will do it for this week's video. Share this video with anybody that is considering quitting coffee. Share it with anybody that is suffering from anxiety and poor sleep. And if you haven't yet subscribed, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.